Hello, everyone. Yes, welcome back again to Hot Topic. And of course, as usual, I'm not here by myself. Sorry, we have started, say, a few minutes late. But of course, like I already put out the flyer in case you didn't know, we are talking about the Super Falcons of Nigeria today. In case you don't know, it's just 5 days. Yes, 5 days from now, the Women World Cup will kick off far away in Australia and New Zealand. And of course, the Super Falcons are also they're in Group B and they'll be playing with one of the host nations, talking about Australia. And like I told you earlier on, I am not here by myself. I have with me Joanne Iwotutu and of course Susie Abe in the house with me. I will still have Isabella Ekoma. She'll be joining us very soon. Oh, I think Joanne went off right there. How are you doing this morning, Susie?
Good morning. I can hear you clearly. Good morning. Good to be on this channel. I mean, it's what I've been expecting. Countdown to the FIFA Women's World Cup. We are ready to pepper them. Super Falcons. Let's go
Who
there.
you want Pepe first? Who you want Pepe? Be coming down.
Anybody, the kind of fire they carry these days, we want to pepper anybody. Anybody. Big up Germany, big up France, Brazil. Okay. Not USA, not USA.
Okay, I think Isabella has joined us right now. Isabella, how are you doing this morning? Good to have you on the show.
Pepe. Fi- Fine. I'm fine. I can see
Yeah,
Susie
well,
is ready for France, Abi Canada.
I'm ready.
You are ready for all
I
the
carry fire
teams.
come now.
Republic
I'm
of
ready
Ireland,
for
Canada, and
anything.
Australia. Make we dey watch now.
she did
They carry
Pepe.
fire from Nigeria.
Now she wants one.
Yes, now. As you no go
From
out, but me dey
Nigeria. No
here,
be
they
say
watch
you
them
dey
from
there.
here now. Yes, now.
Okay now. You
Honestly,
see
honestly,
how far.
honestly, it's really beautiful to have you on our show. Welcome, 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 most
Uh,
welcome. Um,
Thank you.
yes, you can as well share. Yes, try as much as just bring on your people because to be honest, why I had to have this conversation this
How
morning
we going to share?
because there's been, Isabel, we talked about this, I think a few days ago, and a whole lot of, there've been a whole lot of brouhaha surrounding this team
Hmm.
before
Hmm.
this tournament, and it's not been
Yeah.
easy at all. It's not been easy at all.
At all.
So
Mm-mm.
it's not. I don't think to be fair for us to just sit down, fold our hands, and fold our legs and say no. So let's just talk about it because I mean, as journalists, you go around and people are asking you, "Una know they talk to this una women team? Una know, like say na me be their coach. Una know
Now
they
you
talk to this
employ
una.
them.
Why una know they talk? And I don't know if
Okay.
people get to go through that. I don't know if you guys actually experience that. Same with me. But it's somehow it's kind of it's something you can't control. And you ask yourself, being the expert, you're supposed to be the expert, you're supposed to be the one to ask
Yes.
information. And you tell people, don't worry, things will get better. The teams are playing, they are doing well, and boom, something happens. Well, maybe we not gossip too much. No, not gossip too much. We not gossip too much. Let's go straight into it. Susie, let me ask you. I think we got some out there. Let me ask
Yes.
you, Susie, do you think that the Super Falcons are mentally and physically prepared for this tournament? Do you think they're ready?
I can't seem to hear you clearly now.
Okay, can you hear me now? I said, do you think the Super Falcons are mentally and physically ready for this tournament?
Okay. Maybe going by the result they just had this morning, where they defeated Queensland Lions of Brisbane by 8 goals to 1. This is the only
Okay.
game they have played that gave me confidence that it looks like they are ready. Because I don't like say they're ready before. Because before we start preparing for this World Cup, I mean, the last 8 games, I think we've lost about 5 back to back. That time we not even consider ourselves go sack and the word like say na me employer. But then if you but then the preparation wasn't up to nobody because the way it was going before,
Mm-hmm.
after the NFF came out and was dragging around the wardrobe on Twitter, because I don't even know where it is done. You employ coach, you can't tell us say the coach no sabi work. You don't say no sabi work, why you employ am? So that comment alone is even annoying. And the wardrobe too now come carry himself come tell us say dem dey owe me. If dem owe you no fit comot.
Mm.
They tie you down. No, now by force to coach Super Falcons. And this is a coach that is even coaching the university team in USA. They do our job as part time. The guy no dey even rate us o, because a brand as big as Super Falcons na we be champions for Africa now. No other team for Africa come close to us. 9-time champions. You dey whine us. So this our
Yeah,
job they do part time. So
at
leading up to the
all.
world, the lead up is not the preparation is not really that top notch. But then you want to look at the quality of players we have. Even if you no get coach, you suppose perform. But you know you are meeting up with more experienced countries, European
Mm.
countries. Those ones they no dey follow you play. If you come, you go collect. So for a team like Super Falcons, we suppose get coach wey be say na quality coach. Look at the coach of Morocco. The guy just win Champions League now. Petros, he just win Champions League 2019 for Lyon. We no fit go carry that kind coach. We go dey do coach wey go collect 20,000 naira from us. But it's not 20,000 we are paying Randy Wardrum though. But the preparation is not so interesting.
Who's
The
this?
preparation is it's not the
I'm going to ask
preparation in no
I'm going
plum,
to
but
ask you the same question,
I think
Isabella.
we are expecting something more from them.
I'm going to ask you the same question, Isabella. Do you think the Super Falcons are actually mentally and physically ready for this tournament? Do you think they're ready?
Mentally, I'm not so sure. Physically is also a problem because when you talk about the Super Falcons, you are talking about our fit players, and those our players are playing in various clubs. They are all doing well. But my problem is not how fit that the players are. My problem is mentally, are they ready? Because right now, when you're going for FIFA tournament, FIFA makes sure that you are okay, that you're comfortable, and that's where they give the federation money to prepare for the team. Then you can go for friendlies, which we have had because this time around I'm quite impressed with the NFF with the preparation they've meted out because the players have all and the coaching crew, backroom staff have all traveled to countries normally that they don't really go to before the World Cup. They've played some friendlies in these countries, though not favorable results, but then they've been able to be, going for tournaments in Turkey, Canada, USA, and even in Australia right now. So the problem is if they are mentally ready, which I am not so sure they are mentally ready, because we are talking about the World Cup. It is the biggest stage in women football, and that is where every other person comes in. Every team is ready. Every team does not want distractions, and already they are having distractions. Although they are denying it, they are having distractions with the NFF not wanting to pay them because of the $30,000
Hello,
that
Isabella. Are you
FIFA is
there?
going to map out to the players. Yes, yes, I'm
Hello.
here. Can you still hear me? Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh,
Can you
sorry,
hear
Isabella.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I lost you a bit there. Sorry.
Okay, what I'm saying is this. The
You were saying
mental aspect,
they're already having distractions. You said that's why I actually lost you.
yes, they're having distractions. Yes, they're having distractions with the NFF, coming to tell them that uh, right now that they're not going to pay them the match bonuses because of the FIFA money that they are going to get, which is a player is entitled to $30,000 just in the group stages. And that's
Yeah.
that was a big distraction. Although they are trying to deny it, but then, and even our coach coming out to say some other things is a big distraction. You're talking about the biggest stage. And when you go for that, you have to be very, very focused. You don't allow things to, derail your plans to go there. And every team that has qualified for the World Cup can even lift the trophy. That is why it's called World Cup finals, because we are talking about 32 teams out of over so many countries in the world that have qualified for this. So mentally, I'm not sure they are. Physically, they can be ready because the players are playing very well in their different clubs. But my problem still stands with the coach, with his formation that will determine if we'll be able to win any of our groups matches.
Okay. All right, Isabel. I'm still going to start the next question with you. Now,
Okay.
the Super Falcons star Tony Payne believes that the Super Falcons are on the same level. Yes, she believes that they're on the same level with the likes of Australia and France. Do you agree with this?
That's what she thinks. That's what she said. But I bet you she doesn't believe it. She knows, say she know you.
You dey her mind, you dey her mind wey say she no believe it.
We are being optimistic as Nigerians. Right now, right now, right now, the Super Falcons that we have, I'm not sure are in the same level with France and Australia. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We've been to the tournament. We've been to every. We are part of. I think we are one of the 7 countries or 8 countries or so that have qualified for every edition of FIFA Women's World Cup. We've been there. We have the experience, but it's not having the experience that is the honors here. The problem is now, are we garnering these experiences? Are we having a developmental stage whereby at this level we are so confident that we can match any country that has also qualified for this? So it's not about talking about it, it's about facing what is there. There is a pattern that they play that we all follow women football and we don't even understand their pattern. That is one thing I don't want to see in this very tournament. I don't want that. There is a time you'll be watching them and you'll be wondering what type of pattern that they are playing.
See, I think the pattern is
But
already
that's the
confusing
truth.
people that because you don't know. And lots of
Thank
players
you. Thank
do
you.
not even know lots
Thank
of
you.
people
So,
as well.
yes. Mm.
Did you get me, Isabel? I said we don't
That's what I'm
even know.
saying. Individually, our players are good
Okay, okay.
that are
So
going
you
to start the games. No, no, if it's the players, we have the players. We have the players. Oshola is doing well for Barcelona. Rashidat is doing well for Atletico Madrid. They are all
why
doing
did you
well in their different clubs.
why did you mention Oshwala first? Why did you
Mention
mention
Na
who?
Oshwala?
agbabola na, we dey call her agbabola.
But
Why she no go mention am first?
why wouldn't I mention her first? She has been included. She has been nominated as one of the people that can win the Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or,
And
yeah.
she's the face
Yes,
of the
now
team. She's the
yes,
face of the
of
team.
course. She's the face of the team. She's our, according to Susie, our Ababola, you know.
Yes.
So the truth is this: Nigeria, we can't just lie to ourselves. We are only praying for the coach to make the right formation to the team. Our team can do well if we have the right formation to the team, and if he can make his changes fast, because I had that problem with him in the Nations Cup. Informa Onuwano was tired. Informa, for me, after 70 minutes, should be substituted. But our coach left Informa there, and we kept on dragging until all the players were almost fagged out. And that is something I wouldn't want to be repeated in this World Cup.
Okay. Okay. All right, Susie, let me come to you. Now, the Super Falcons have actually they've actually been at, like Isabella pointed out earlier, they've been at all the World Cup events. As a matter of fact, the
Mm.
best finish they had was in 1999, where
Yes.
they fell out of the
Mm.
quarterfinals stage, right? Now, with all that is happening around the Super Falcons right
Mm.
now, hmm, the preparation, the whole drama, the whole saga, and everything. I know I'd asked you earlier if you think they were mentally and physically ready. Now,
Yes.
looking at what is happening right now, looking at the squad that Nigeria is taking to the Women's World Cup, do
The
you
World Cup,
think the
yeah.
Super Falcons, can probably equal that feat or probably go beyond that?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be
Probably
tough, really.
equal that pace, or probably beyond that.
If we can surpass the quarter-final finish we had in 1999, it's going to be
Okay.
tough. Yes, we have the players, like Isabella has mentioned earlier. We
Uh,
have the players. I mean, we
it's
have
going to be tough.
it's going to be tough.
We have
Really,
players like
yeah, it's going to be really tough because we have players that play in better club sides than any of the African team that is going to the World Cup, and that's the fact. Like we've already mentioned, Azato
if
Shola, Alimatu Ayinde, Uche Nakanu,
we can
who definitely is scoring goals for our
surpass the
side.
quarter-final
We also have Monday Gift, who when she
finish, we
was
have
playing in with Robo FC, she was definitely the top goal scorer, scoring goals for us for
yes.
fun.
Yes, we have
Yes,
players.
like Isabella has mentioned earlier, we have the
Mm.
players. I mean, we have sorry, I'm getting some feedback. My
We
voice
have players like
Yeah, I think you
yeah,
have
is
to
going to
get
be
your
really
audio
tough
and
because
camera on again. It's from
we
your
have
end.
players. Oh, okay. Let me try to check it because it looks like I'm getting some feedback that play in the
Big, big
top
leagues.
Yeah.
side
So,
than any of the
what?
African that is going to the World Cup, and that's the fact.
Okay. All right. So while we're doing that, let
Like
me quickly introduce Joanne. Joanne has been trying to, oh goodness, I was about introducing her and she went off again. Joanne has been trying to join us and somehow she's been going off and on. I don't know what is wrong. I don't really know what is wrong at her end. I guess the network is really bad. We are all trying to navigate the internet connection, but I think from it's really
Ah,
terrible because she's been really struggling to come on and go off. Yes, we have Joanne, and Joanne is also a sport journalist, and she will be joining us to have this conversation. Joanne has so much to say. So please, when next she comes on, I will just try to see how much I can grab her. I give her the opportunity to speak because she's been really trying to come on. She's really, really been trying to come on. When next she's trying, when next she comes on, I'm going to like try and see how I can bring her up so that we could get to hear from Joanne as well. Okay,
yeah.
I think Susie also went off. I hope we can get her back as well. The network has been really, really crappy,
Mm.
really crappy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I see you all watching. Esako guy actually dropped a comment earlier. He says, "I think they are." He said, "I think they are." That's responding to the questions that we have. Scrolling back,
Yeah.
saying, "Have the Super Falcons prepared well enough for the World Cup?" Yes, if you're watching us right now, you can also drop your comments. You can also drop your questions, and I'm going to put it
Mm.
out here for us to talk about. Yes, what questions do you have? You can also drop your comments, and I'll read it out. So Esakokai says, I think they are, but the government and the FA are not. Isabel, what do you think of this? Do you think the team is ready? I mean, do you agree with this?
That's what I'm saying. Mentally, I'm not so sure that I'm ready, but physically, they are ready because these are our players are all doing well in their different teams. My worry, just as I mentioned earlier, has to do with Randy, our coach. Our coach has to make the right formation for each of the matches that we have to play. Our first game, of course, will be against Olympic champions, that is Canada, and they are in good form. And we've not been able to defeat Canada the different times that we've played them. So all
Yes,
we
but
have to do is to get the right formation. Yes, just get the right formation, and then we okay with that. And they're saying
and
the
they're
FA
saying
the
the
FA are not ready.
the
Well,
FA are not
they are
ready.
already in Australia.
They are already
They are already in Australia. So I believe that the team will do well. Just mute all distractions. I believe that they will do well if they will concentrate. If they will concentrate, I'm just being optimistic that they will do well.
let's go to Joanne now. Joanne, hi.
Uh,
Joanne, hi. Good to have you.
Optimistic that they will do well.
Let's go to Joanne now. Joanne, hi.
Hello.
Hey, why am I not hearing Joanne now? Joanne, why? Why this network they do Joanne like this now? I'm not liking this. So, Joanne, can you hear me?
Uh, I think it
I
has
can't.
to do with the network. Our network is not good.
hear you. I know you're moving your lips, but you can't. Yeah, I can't hear you. Check your mic. Check if you actually muted your mic. If you can hear me, check if you actually muted your mic, the mic from your end. Check.
Mm. Yeah.
So sorry about that, Joanne. Just try and see how we can work that out. I'm still here and we really want to hear from you.
Mm.
Okay, so we have Williams Joe, and he says, I'm not too sure if their preparations, but Africa will come with good surprises. Africans will come with good surprises.
Mm.
Yes, I know we have good Africans in going. I mean, South Africa is there.
Zambia surprised Germany the other time by winning by 3 goals to 2. So it's still something.
Okay.
I mean,
Ah,
Zambia surprised Germany
they're
in
coming
a
with a good
friendly,
11.
yeah.
Africa is going to do good. They are going to do great in this tournament.
Of course, South Africa will also do good. That's what I'm saying, that Zambia surprised Germany,
They're coming with
yes,
young,
by
very young.
defeating them, of course. They were the ones that made us not to get any medal now. We couldn't get any medal in Morocco. So
They make you not to get medal. Now they hold your legs, say you no play.
for
Did they hold your
fourth place now, we know if we win them. So it's still part of it now.
Morocco? Go ask Morocco. Go ask Morocco. Go ask Morocco. You know, take
No,
South
no, no,
Africa.
no. In the
Morocco.
yes.
You know,
Well,
for the Moroccan ladies as well, because really,
mm,
if there's one nation that's really made Africa proud, it's Morocco. And seeing the way the Moroccan ladies have really evolved, over time, and the
yeah,
way they played at the Africans Women Nations Cup, it was really,
Nations
really
Cup, yes.
yes. I can't wait to see what they would put out there. Yes, I can't wait to see how they would, perform the world
Uh,
stage. I mean, just 5 days away. It's just 5 days away. All right. Yes, you can
yeah,
also drop your comments, just like Isakoga and also Williams Joe. You can also drop your comments, drop your questions, and I will put them up here. Yes, I'll put them up here. We lost Susie and Joanne. I hope they are able to make it back. Let's see if we can bring them back. Okay, Susie is coming back right now. Yes. Make her ask her waiting carry and go.
mm.
Susie, where you
I
go?
don't come back. They don't want me to talk. And I lie. I don't come back.
I better not give this internet time at all. Well, we still they talk about the
At
Super
all.
Falcons. With now our own, no, now we own. Yes, now we own. I mean, among the African teams where they go for this, World Cup, which team? And yes, I know say before you go fit talk, you
Mm,
go Washington, Falcons and all that. Yes, but make we look at practically which team you think they really prepare well for this
mm.
tournament.
I don't even know any other team that's prepared better than Nigeria, because even South Africa recently, they were having
Yeah.
issues of paid salary bonuses as well. They're also having this issue of if their federation was going to pay
Mm,
them their own $30,000. And according to our own NFF, they came out and explained to us. I don't know how far it's true, and FIFA themselves have not even debunked it, because they said the reason they were not going to pay it, and it looks like other federations too have agreed that the reason why they were not going to pay the bonuses is because FIFA had said that they were going to deduct part of the money they were going to give to the federation, and they were going to add it up to the 30,000 they were going to give. So it means that the bonus that were coming to the federation,
mm,
percentage of it will be going to FIFA. So they said if FIFA is deducting it from our money and they are only adding to it to make up the $30,000, then it makes no sense paying you the bonus anymore. That's according to our own NFF. FIFA has not come out to say anything about it.
mm.
If they are the ones that is solely giving them the $30,000, or they are taking part of the bonuses from the federation's percentage and they are adding to it to make 30,000. So it's confusion for every other team, and it's a big distraction for a team like South Africa, who are the African champions, because
Yeah.
they also
Yeah.
did not play their last warm-up game. They lost to
Defending
Botswana.
champions.
Those ones, they gave them 5-0. Botswana, no, they send them. Those are even the vets before. South Africa to beat those ones. So the way the way the vets beat them for front of their own fans, that was their own last game leading to the
Mm.
World Cup. So
Okay.
even for South Africa, they are a bit distracted. So I don't think they are, we will see something different from them. But then Zambia is a team we should watch out for. Zambia defeated Germany in their own warm-up game, 3-2. That is
Mm,
something. It's a big result
mm.
for them. I mean, I can't even remember the last time that a female team from Africa, other than Nigeria, will play a team as big as Germany and get a result. Even the last time we played France, those ones they beat us like saying anything. Maybe 7 or 8 0. Those ones beat us, France. So those, I think if I'm tilting towards anything,
But you said you agreed with our
But
player
at the
that
same time,
said
we shouldn't
France. You
compare
are in the same level with France.
no, based on player quality now, no be say level.
Uh,
Now because now
okay.
based on
Oh,
player quality,
okay. No,
but
wahala,
based on
no.
same level, we know they the same
Okay.
level. Okay, those if they catch us again, okay, no. The last we played them at the World Cup now. You know reach 4. Like
Susie,
now 2-1.
Susie, talk with your full chest, right? Susie,
Okay, so yeah.
Uh,
Say
what
what
team
thing?
you think they will do really well? I mean, for the African
And maybe
team.
Zambia. Yeah, I'm going there. Maybe Zambia. Morocco, yes, Morocco
mm,
can because at least if they take a cue from their
mm.
male counterpart that got to the semi-final. Nobody even saw Morocco
Counterpart.
male
Okay,
side
yeah.
getting to the semi-final
Oh,
because
yeah.
they also didn't do well at the AFCON. So we're not even looking at their side. We're
Mm,
looking at Senegal because they were the champions against all odds and everything. Nobody saw Morocco coming. So this one, I
mm.
think maybe it's Zambia, or if I want to be
Yeah.
patriotic enough, I'll say Super Falcons. Because with everything
Mm.
that is happening, they feel go there, go surprise us, go quarterfinals,
Okay.
surpass semifinals. But then I think for
I'm
me,
in
it
for
should
those
be either
surprises.
Zambia or Super Falcons. South Africa, no. I'm not sure. Morocco also, not here or there. But then any African team will go support. But first has to be Super
Mm.
Falcons. Then if I'm adding any other team to it, Zambia.
Okay. You're going for the Falcons and Zambia. Isabel, you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Pick your own now.
Yeah,
They do me.
no. I'm agreeing with her. And I'll pick my own. I'll go with Nigeria first. Then Zambia is also good. South Africa, there's a type of football that they play. No. Morocco are not that experienced, but that doesn't put anything away from the team. Anything can still happen. This is a World Cup. That's just as I said, it's a World Cup finals. Every team that have qualified for the World Cup deserves to take the trophy. So anything can still happen where there. But I'm taking Zambia, Nigeria, maybe South Africa. Who knows? Morocco can scream. They can spring a surprise, just like their male counterparts in
So, but
Qatar.
Zambia and Falcons are taking your number 1 and number 2 spots.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think
Hopefully they don't
myself and
disappoint me.
Isabella we
They
agree
no
on
go
this one.
stain my white.
I remember
They know
Make them
they
no
know
stain
before
my
our
white,
no they wear white
Wait,
again. For this World Cup, no wear white. Because Falcons be surprised, they go stay your white.
We go
They
wear
wear
white.
green, now Super Falcons color, now green.
your mouth so good. Joanne, how now? Can you hear us now? Hello, Joanne. How come we can't hear Joanne? Why is this network so terrible? Joanne, see that network where they use, may you go try inside where cover Sansan. Joanne has so much to
Uh-uh.
say. I'm not like this, so
And that's how this life
As she
is. So
checked her
somebody who
mic,
has
as she
so
checked
much
her
to
mic.
say, even to talk and problem.
honestly, Joanne has so much to say.
Uh,
Okay, let's we have another comment here from Williams Joe. He says another challenge that we will have in the Nigerian team is the coach playing the players out of position. Yes, Isabel, I think
Exactly. Yes.
talked about you said substitution,
coach.
playing players out of position. We don't even know the format, the formation they
Mm,
have right now. And all that. Those are things that we saw during the Nations Cup
mm,
last year. And somebody is William Joe is actually talking about it now. Said another challenge we will have
mm.
in the Nigerian team is the coach playing his players out of position. Now, how
Maybe just to
can
make
we
an excuse for Randy Warren quickly about that. Remember that that was why I said I was going to make an excuse for him. Maybe for the last time, He just joined the team. He really hasn't known the capacity of the
Mm.
players at the time. So I'm going to
Okay.
cut him some flags for the AFCON
Then,
because he made a lot of mistakes. Even we will not be coach. We know where these players they play. We know their position. So there was a lot of players that played out of position. Monday, for example,
Of
Monday
course.
is a forward.
Mm.
You are playing now on the wings. How?
Many of them.
There's also Ishina Kanu who also plays as a forward. You are either playing her, dropping her to the midfielders and attacking midfielder, or you are
Uh,
playing her on the wings. How? So it's just that he has to know the capacity of this player. I'm very sure he has seen them now. There's no excuses. Then, like I was going to mention when Isabella mentioned, Ifeoma Onumenu is a player that should be starting from the 75th minute or from the 80th minute. Because for me, she's too laid
ah,
back as a striker. Thank God we even have Okwaranoze back. Okwaranoze is a bully of a striker. You see Okwaranoze where they go as a defender.
of
But
course.
Ifeoma
Of
Onumenu
course.
at the Nations Cup for me, she does not cut it as a striker. You can't have Ifeoma Onumenu for 90 minutes. And Randy Rodrum left her. She played more than 100 minutes at some point. I'm like, come on, she's tired. We need a
you
player
could
like
actually
Monday
see
Gibbs.
the full exhaustion. You could see it.
Yeah, you
Mm.
could see it. I mean, she's got the stature
Yeah.
of a striker,
After
the
like
long legs,
70
and
minutes,
all.
she lost it.
She's tagged out. So you need to make changes.
Mm.
Trust these players to do it. I feel she trusted Ifeoma Onumenu more because she plays in the United States where
In the
he
US.
also coaches. So I
Exactly.
think he
Mm.
trusted her more than he would trust a Monday Gift, for
So,
example, who
Susie,
I
now,
think
a
would
lot
have
of
been
people
able
say
to
that
give
they do
more.
eye service. Eh? A
No,
lot of
that
people
will
say
not be
that
high
they do
service.
eye service now.
That will not be even high service. He's going for players he trust. It's not like that will not be high service. The one way go do high
Anyway, yeah.
service.
Mm.
Uh, Look at the player wey fit do high service for. Na Ono maybe because he go say if I no play am now, they fit talk. Na only that, na only that one. But any other player,
As the
I think
oldest player and
he has the
also,
oldest
yeah.
player. Yes. So any other player, he should have been able to do his own work well now and know where to position these players. No, they go
Of
play
course.
Ajibade for us for defense. No, we don't agree. Oh. But now I'm very sure that with the prep games we've had so far, he should have been able to know how to position his players. Let's see a pattern. We've not seen a
Mm.
pattern from the Super Falcons. We don't even know how to play. If it's 4-4-2, if it's four
Of
four
course.
three, if na 3-5-2 we wan play, make woman know say na defense we wan dey defend. So let's have a pattern. Let's see let's know where we are
Mm.
going. Let's know what we are doing. At
Mm.
least you can now use your pattern to
Mm.
study how your opponents play and see how you can counter them. If you
We
don't have a
play,
plan A,
of
how you get
course.
plan B?
Mm.
Get plan B
Okay.
wey in the first place. You go just dey do anywhere belle face football.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes,
No, no. I think he will surprise us this time.
Man, I
you
dey
will
wait for that
surprise us.
surprise.
See,
I
let
dey
me
wait
tell
for
you,
that surprise big time.
when you're asking for a surprise, eh, you either get a good surprise or a
Yeah.
bad one. So which of the surprises are you looking for?
Na good one. I wan get bad surprise before.
Because you're saying, I hope he's surprised. I hope he's surprised. What kind of surprise are you aiming for? Which one are you looking for
I'm
right
not
now?
expecting much from him. That's what we are saying in essence. So if he performs more than we are expecting, go say this man surprised us. Oh."
You're not expecting much.
We're not expecting much. So if we get past quarter round of 16 sef, we go say this man don't do well, he sabi o. But
uh,
even if he gets us to quarter final from okay,
You know,
no, if he gets us to
if
the
we can
semi
play
final,
our
go leave
hearts
am.
out, yes.
Susie,
The thing
see,
is, it's all about the money now. Like if I'm a player right now, if I'm a footballer right now, and look at the huge amount that is being
The bonus
dished
that
out,
FIFA is
thirty
giving us.
thousand
Yeah.
dollars. Why wouldn't I want to go to the round of 16, to the
I go play
quarterfinals, or even to take the
I go
day?
play every position. I go play
I
striker,
won't go
play
kill
defense,
myself
play
there.
midfield.
I- Do you know what we are talking about here? So much money. Somebody like Onomebi that is going to retire very soon needs this type of money, at least to retire, come back. I know she's doing some businesses and all that. then make some investments and do other things. I mean,
Sure.
we are talking about a huge amount of money, and we're talking about something that FIFA will make sure that you're comfortable. There is something FIFA does in their tournaments. Everything, your hotel room, you wouldn't even have any distraction. Your hotel room is bam. You're sharing a room with a player, but you're not even sharing a bed with the player because it's twin beds. That's for the players. For the officials, they have one big bed like that. Everywhere is cool. The jacuzzi is there. Everything is there. So the food is
I
there. They will
remember.
ask you if they are cooking according to your standards, so that you won't say that
Then they give them
you came
eba.
for
Then they give
FIFA
them garri
tournament.
chop.
No, they can demand for it and they provide it. That is FIFA for you.
Ah,
No,
FIFA
but that is
provides things
no.
that you
How
need.
can they give
They,
us
you
garri?
have your
No.
restaurant. No. The players have the no. The team have their restaurant. Each team have where they eat in the hotels. In the hotels, like that group now. The team will say group B now. The team will say in one hotel but different restaurants. You'll just be seeing the other teams occasionally, maybe when you want to share a lift or something like that. So that's
okay.
FIFA tournament. They will make everything comfortable so that you won't have any excuse that you came to FIFA
No
tournament and you
complain.
didn't sleep well. That's
They do
why
you
that's
one
why you
kind.
didn't play. Mm-mm. Not there's nothing like that. Or that mosquito. There is nothing like mosquito. Who born mosquito to fly reach there? Mosquito not
Mosquito
go
wan
fly
enter
reach there
Australia, e
now.
go freeze
New
na.
Zealand,
Go where?
Australia,
Well,
down under.
for
No, it's not
this
possible.
season. All
Uh-huh.
right. So
Even if you put
Williams
them
just say,
for
yes.
pot for your box, before
Mm.
una go, it don't die.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
It's okay. Don't drop this
So
your cruise. You don't do
so
today. You don't do. You don't do. Okay. So William just say Zambians are fully ready. He said I've watched. I watched some of their games, and these guys are cooking something for the world. We should watch out for them. Yes, I know you. The both
wow,
of you already.
that's true.
The both of you
Mm.
already chose Zambia and the Super Falcons as the
Mention
two
them.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You also you already. I think for me, I'll say well. Now your thought, Shao. I'm not taking anything away from the likes of Morocco or SA. I want to see if we can still bring Joan on. I don't know if she can actually join us.
Mm.
Really,
Mm.
I'm
And
really,
check her
really.
mic if her mic is on from her end.
Yeah, her mic is on. I checked from here. Her mic is on. I don't. I think it's actually the internet connection from her end. Because I mean, if I could hear you and you could hear me clearly, then I
Yes.
think it's her end. Yes, I think it's from her end. The internet connection is probably really poor from where she's joining us from. All right, guys. Yes, you can still drop your comments. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome. It's Hot Topic with the First Lady of Sport. Yes, you call me Ito Rojin. That's my name,
Yeah.
and of course. I still have Isabella Ekmom and of course Susie Abe here in the house with me. And of course, we're talking about the Falcons of Nigeria. It's 5 days away from now. 5 days to the 2023 Women World Cup that will be holding in Australia and New Zealand. A whole lot of drama has been going on in the past few weeks, and most Nigerians think the Super Falcons are not ready. They think the Super Falcons cannot even make it past the group stage because they are playing the likes of Canada, who are actually the Olympic champions, and one of the host nations, Australia and the Republic of Ireland. And there is a whole lot, still a whole lot to unpack before we go. Yes, Susie mentioned earlier that the Super Falcons, they actually defeated Queensland Lions 8-1 yesterday. Is that team strong enough, to help them
Yeah.
prepare for their first game? Is that team strong enough to help them prepare for the first game? What do you think about that game yesterday? Yes, it was actually a walkover, 8-1, 8-1. I mean, with them scoring that kind of goal, 8-1, do you think they will actually be able to? I mean, this is from scoring more goals, at the World Cup. Because I know one thing we actually struggled with was goals,
Well,
scoring goals in the World Cup. Do you think we'll get them scoring goals in the World Cup?
yes. We've now scored all our goals here in this friendly. I hope we can replicate this feat. You know, we are going to play our first match against Canada.
all our goals.
against
So
Canada. And that's what I'm saying. I hope. See, when it comes to Nigeria, you have to be very, very optimistic. We Nigerians, we are always optimistic. Even when we are seeing that there is no road there, you go. They say you believe with faith, with faith. But this time, we are talking about the World Cup, and it's serious business. It is serious business. We are going to play Olympic champions, Canada. We've not been able to defeat them. I'm very sure of that. But anything can happen right here. We can spring that surprise. That is, if we can do what we've always been shouting, play the players at the right positions, then let them do their jobs. Let them play their job, do their job, so that nobody will say, I was playing as a defender, why I'm a winger. I was playing as a goalkeeper, why I'm a striker. There is no stories like that. There won't be any excuses. Playing Canada is not going to be easy, but we have to be very focused, and we don't have to. Of course, we are not underrating them, but we don't have to give them. We don't have to be even be the underdog. We don't have to give them so much respect. No, every country, just as I've always been mentioning, every country that has qualified for this World Cup can actually lift it, because it's not easy to qualify for a FIFA Women's World Cup. Not even the males category is easy. If it's easy, now ask the Super Eagles. They didn't qualify for Qatar, but then the
Why you go
women
dey drag Super
qualified.
Eagles again?
So all we have to do is let. No, I'm only saying the truth, and that's the truth. It's not easy to be in a World Cup media. It's not easy. So playing
yeah,
Canada, we have to be very, very serious on that very day, and be on our toes, and play the right players, and don't be sentimental about it. Take our chances. That's another thing. To take our chances. I
yeah.
don't want go I. I don't want to lose my voice before even the third game. I want to be shouting, and when I shout, it's a go, it's a go. I want them to take every opportunity, and I also want Chiamaka, our goalkeeper, to be on alert. I've always trusted her. She was with the Flamingos in Jordan 2016. She has progressed very well, and I believe she will also do well. She will make some saves. So we have to be very serious in our game against Canada. They are not going to even take us lightly. They are going to take us very, very seriously, because us getting the 3 points, or even avoiding losing, which is maybe taking a draw, is going to be a good point for us. Then Republic of Ireland, and then you talk about Australia, which is the home team. So we are playing. We have to be very, very serious in this World Cup. Let's prove some people who are doubting the players and saying that they will crash out at the group stage. Let's prove them wrong. And I want to prove them wrong. I want them to prove us those people wrong. I'm not part of those that believe that they will crash out. I want them to progress.
About asking. I was about asking if you were part of
So
them.
just to add to what
No, how can I be part of people who
Go ahead,
want us to
Susie. Go
just go
ahead.
for
Go ahead.
sightseeing in Australia? No.
I was going to add to what Isabella said. So
Mm.
getting 8-1 against Queensland Lions. Well, warm up game, not a bad one. At least we've been struggling in front of goals in the last 5 games we've played. So good one that they are able to conquer that and
Yes.
score as much as 8 goals. And I'm even happy for Oshola. She's gone on a goal drought in the Super Falcons for a long while. She's not been able to find the back of the net. And good one for her finding
Of
a
course.
brace in this one.
Mm.
So it gives us hope that yes, we have someone that
Mm.
can score. You know how she's been able to score for Barcelona, scoring 20 goals and is back to back in 2 seasons. So we have a good forward in Azizat. She's not
Mm.
even a striker and she's got those kind of numbers. So I think it's a good way to
Numbers,
prepare.
yes.
But then you mentioned Chiamaka as well. How we are even conceding one goal against Queensland worries me because we're supposed to walk over them, get like 7-0, 8, maybe they don't even score. But then,
Hmm.
well, it's a test game, and you have to test
Susie,
some of your
Susie.
players. Not the first 11 that did for first half played the second half, so maybe we call them some slack to that. But then I think with the way they've been able to solve the scoring problems, I'm really excited. So maybe just work on the defense, look for a way to partner, maybe Onome maybe and partner Deborah Abiodun, who's just coming into the team. I think she's grown at least in the last
Yes.
few games I've seen her
Yes.
play. I think she can partner well with Onome
Mm.
at the back. Then think we are good in the midfield. Alimatu will covered, although Alimatu and Rashida will not be playing the first game,
Mm.
which is quite worrisome. I don't know how Randy Wardrum intends to
No.
solve that problem, but then
Mm,
I'm very sure we've got the players that can replace them. Christy Chebe probably might start in the midfield. So I think this is a very good test game. Not like we played a very competitive game leading up to the World Cup, which I think we should have been able to do, at least get one
Mm.
very competitive going to the World Cup. But then this is not a
Mm.
bad one, just test game. And I also hope that they can replicate these same goal scoring opportunities in the World Cup itself. Because you mentioned Canada, we played
Mm.
Canada twice leading up to the World Cup in friendlies that we played, the Canada double header series that we played. We were not able to defeat them. We got a draw in one. So I think they know that it's a very tough task ahead of them. The only team which I don't even want us to be complacent about is Republic of Ireland. We just feel we should walk over Republic of Ireland, and those ones they be 3 bonus points. And not bonus points. Any team that is playing at the World Cup
mm,
can never be a bonus point
No,
until you
yeah.
start playing the game and say, this one
It's
not
a,
even chop corn.
of course.
But then if you're looking at it on paper, they
Mm.
look like the team that can be promo team in the group. But then you can't just underestimate or underrate any team. So I think for Australia, we should be able to beat Australia. In fact, African teams they have a very good record against Australia. The last time I think Ghana got to the
Mm.
World Cup, they defeated Australia, and even Cameroon went to the World
Mm.
Cup, defeated Australia. I think we've got a draw with them once in any of the editions of the World Cup. So I think we should be able to pull ours together. Although Australia have got a good team, they got Sam Kerr who plays for Chelsea, and she's a very good player. She's a top goal scorer.
Yeah.
So they need to watch out for her. Then yeah, so with all of this, I think we should be able to get at least 4 points that will qualify us from the group.
okay.
Maybe three
All
points
right.
against
Okay. Still coming back to the
Republic of
goal.
Ireland and 1 point against Australia.
Hello, Isabella. Can you hear me? Hello, Susie. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I can. Yes, I
Okay.
can. I can hear you
I
now.
can hear you.
So, sorry, the internet is acting up, but we're going to overcome this internet in one day. All right, guys. Yes, we've talked about their friendly games and all. I'm still going to come back to the coach, but before then, we talked about goal scoring and hopefully they've not scored all the goal in the preparation game. Now, let's take a look at the squad. We have only one, or should I say, two home-based players in the Super Falcons team list, right? And this is something that has, also got tongues wagging. And funny enough, or should I say interesting enough, we have the highest goal scorer of the NPFL in Delta Queen, talking about Messi, not even making the list, to go for the World Cup. This is also something that has been, something that has given people cause for concern. Is it that we are not ready? Is it that Nigeria is not ready to start incorporating, the Super Falcons team is not ready to start incorporating, the
Your
home-based
line is
player?
really breaking. The network is
Can
pretty
you hear
bad.
me? Can you hear me? Isabel, can you hear me? If you can hear me, wave your hand, please.
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Uh,
can.
I can hear you, but it's
Yeah, I can hear
distorted.
you.
It's not too clear.
Okay, I hope it's clearer now.
It's hanging, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Is it clearer now?
yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
can hear you. Very clear.
Okay. I'm going to go back to my question. I'm saying I actually
It's clear.
said let's go back to the team
Mm.
list. We only have I think 200 players on that list. The Super Falcons going into the World Cup, and we have the likes of Messi who plays for. who plays for Delta Queens, and she wasn't able to make that
Mm,
list. She wasn't able to make the cut. What do we do? What is it? Is it like the Super Falcons? The national team, the women national team is not
mm.
ready to start picking, home-based players. What do you make of this, Isabel? Hello.
Mesomoko for Delta
Yeah,
Queens.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Isabel? Okay, I think the network is still acting up. I'm going to see how if I can switch that. Oh, goodness me. The network is really, really terrible. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I guess the network has been really, really having a field day with me today. And I've been switching between some network. I don't want to give them, I don't want to even mention their names on this live stream right now because it's really terrible. It's really, really terrible. I've been switching from one network to the next. I've been switching from one network to the next. And I'm really feeling so bad. Even Joanne could not join in, and she's been having the same problems as well. So sorry, so sorry about that. Let me see if I can bring the ladies back on. I think Isabel is already coming back on. I don't know what's happening, but let's see how we can bring. Isabel, are you there? Hello, Isabel, are you there? Hello, Isabella, are you there? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. I think it has to do with the network because I was still about to talk when it went off. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Can
So
you
do
hear
I do
me?
I rephrase my question? Do I rephrase the question?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I can see you. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So I'm saying, do I rephrase the question, or you just want to go right ahead?
I can hear you.
Oh wow, this network is so terrible. It's really, really terrible. Really terrible.
I didn't hear the question because of the network. The network was yes, yes, yes. Do that, please. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Can you hear me now? So what I was saying in essence is we have just two home-based players on the Super Falcons team list, and there've been lots of comments about that. There were lots of comments about that. Why are we not? Why don't we have a lot of home-based players in the team? I mean, just recently, um, the NWSL game, sorry, NWSL season ended, and we have the highest goal scorer. That's
Yes.
Omoko. I can't remember that name. And
Yes,
in the
Moko.
season, yeah,
Mm.
and she didn't make that list, and she didn't make the list, and we're going to select her. I'm really a bit concerned. Are we really encouraging home-based players? Are we really encouraging this?
No, of course, we are not encouraging the home-based players. Well, I'm not so shocked.
Hello, Susie, can you hear me? I see you're back on.
Yes, I'm. Yes, I can hear you now, but it's kind of hanging. Then it's not really clear. It's distorted, sort of.
The network is really terrible. I can't believe this.
Mm.
I think probably because it's rainy.
Yeah, it's raining heavily here from my end. The thunderstorms and all, so I guess it's affecting the network.
Yeah, because I figured once it rains, I think we just go off.
Mm.
All right, Susie. I think we lost Isabella right there. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked her, and it's very simple. We just the NWFL season just ended, and of course, looking at the team list of the Super Falcons, we only have two home-based players, on that list. Hello, Susie, are you there? Hello. Okay, I think the network is really acting up. I might have to end this. I might have to end this before time. Really, really sorry about that. And I have to read out your comments. Yes, there's a whole lot of comments coming out there. So please just keep dropping them. I'll read them. I promise. I'll read them. All right. I think Joan is also trying to drop a message because I can see her messages dropping as well. I'm going to read them all out. Thank you very much, Grace. Thank you so much. She said, thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. And Williams Joe, thank you so much for also being part of the conversation. I'm so sorry Joanne could not actually join us. The network at our own end is really terrible. And since the rains are pouring really, really heavily, it's terrible. Whenever it rains, I mean, we kind of like lose internet. We lose internet, even the subscription, I mean, cable subscription, kind of everything just goes, off at the same time. I'm so sorry about that. Really so sorry. Esako guy, thank you too for, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment. He said, I think they are, but the government or the FA are not. Yes, that was the first comment we read. Yes, I'm trying to bring back the ladies, to the house. Still trying to bring them back on. Really sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Grace says thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Williams, thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your comments. Okay, Grace John says thumbs up, guys. Thank you so much, Grace. Let me see if I can bring the ladies back on. The network has been really, really, really handsome. I've said terrible for a while. I don't want to say that again. Yes, the internet has been very funny, but it's been interesting, quite interesting. Okay, so I see John is trying to drop a comment as well. I'll read up all your comments. Joan, sorry you could not join us. So sorry. Okay, let me see. I think Joan is trying to come back on. Let me see if I can add her to the stream. Hi, Joan. Joan, I'm so sorry. I don't know if it's raining at your end as well. The other lady said it's raining. It's raining. That's why they can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
It's raining. Yes, it's raining.
No, no wonder. Hey.
I'm hearing you. It's raining. It's about to rain. The weather is just capsizing.
No wonder there is no wonder we just
Are
couldn't
you
hear you because the weather is
hearing me?
funny around here. I'm so sorry.
So are you hearing me now?
Yes, I can. So you have a lot to say about Randy Waldrum. Please, I need to hear you say it. I asked several questions, and every time you want to talk, I couldn't hear you. So just you have the floor. Go ahead.
Well, nah, that's how it is. Life inside life. Oh. So what I'm trying to say is that are we prepared for this World Cup? In some contests, but
Okay. You said in context, yes or no.
so I want to say that we don't actually have a coach in
Waldrum. Okay.
Wardrum because I always call him Luga coach. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Are you hearing
Yeah.
me too?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. I know the network is bad, but go ahead.
Nuga. Nuga.
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello? My yeah, the contest is yes or no. Why? Yes, I said the team have been given adequate preparation for this World Cup prior to this World Cup due to all those friendly matches, tournaments that were also. But
Yes.
my problem is, does the coach know what and
What's at stake, basically?
how, which to use to prosecute each match? Sometimes we see Oshola playing from the flank. Sometimes we see her
Friendly games.
play.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes we see Rashidat playing midfield when her actual wing is from the flank. When her actual rightful position is from the flank. Everywhere confusion.
So that's what
You
you're
see
trying to
Ado
say.
say that he doesn't know what to do. Just like other match that we saw, the last friendly matches at this tournament they did. You carry on from the flank. Obama was confused until she changed her position to her right position, top
Yes.
9.
Yeah. So sorry if I get you, Juan. If I get you, you're saying one of the
That's the
biggest
problem we
problems.
have in this tournament. Playing,
If I can get you, Juan, you're saying that.
using your players to know what they know, show them
Yeah.
how to play best.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me,
If it
Joanne?
is for the preparation, NFF has tried. I think it's one of the coaches that have gotten a full, adequate preparation towards this. But my problem is, does the coach know what he's doing? Does he know how to execute his match? Do
Of course.
we have tactical, technical,
Okay.
in depth?
Okay. Okay. Okay, Joanne, if you can hear me, based on what you just said right now, I'm going to go straight. Oh wow, network is really bad at your end. Really, really.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Joanne? Okay, so I've been trying to say something. You can hear me. Okay, so based on what you just said, yes, if you can hear me, based on what you just said, um, based on what you just said, you're saying now that the only fear we would have, or the only problem we are going to encounter, is if the coach decides to play players out of position. That is where we're going to have serious issues. Hello, Susie.
Yes, I'm back. I can hear you clearly.
Ah, come, all this rain where they fall for that time. Mona stop all this rain. No, see rain messing up our conversation. The one is just disturbing this flow of conversation. I don't like this thing. No. People should just stop all the rain falling in your place. It's making this conversation go somehow.
I tire. Ah,
Anyway, good to have you guys
Well,
back.
it's about to rain here itself. It's about to rain here.
So I know once it starts raining, the internet, everything just goes really wala. Anyways,
Yeah.
Susie, let me explain from what Joanne said earlier.
uh,
She's saying
I
that
can't hear you clearly.
players have been played out of position. Players have been played out of position severally, and that's the problem the Super Falcons are going to have. So that is what Joanne is actually pointing out, that the Super Falcons are going to have problems because she feels the coach is going to play most of these players out of position. Now, if I'm going to be honest, I remember when we just started, he said the confusion is that he keeps playing players out of position, and that's what's going to give them, probably give them a problem at the World Cup. Isabella, do you agree with this?
Yes, I also mentioned it. I said my grouse with him will be if he plays these players out of position. That we have the players that can execute these games, but that we have to play them at their rightful positions. Like somebody like Aparanozie, all Aparanozie does is she's a 0.9. She has no business playing as a winger or an attacking midfielder. So if we can, the last friendly, I think he even played her as a winger, and she didn't find it easy because we are talking about somebody who has played this position all her life, and all of a sudden you want to change it overnight, and it doesn't work that way. If we can get the right players at the right positions, why not? Why won't we do well in this World Cup? The players know why they went to Australia. They know why they are there at the World Cup, and it's not easy to qualify for any tournament as big as this. So they have to
Yeah.
make their mark, because who knows? Like somebody like Onomebi, who is going to, I think this should be her last World Cup. So she has to make it count. It's not just saying that you are the only African or so that has been to 6 World Cups, and all of a sudden the 6 World Cups you didn't even do well. You didn't even reach the quarterfinals, which is nothing, because the last time we've only been to the quarterfinals, that was in 1999, and we crashed out at that stage. So everything has to count at this very tournament. We have to be serious about it and believe that he can do the right thing. But the problem, just as I agree with Joan, he is John called him a Nuga coach, a university coach, which he is. He's a university coach. I don't think he has to feel. For me, he's not fit to have been the coach of the Super Falcons, but now he's already coach of the Super Falcons. So what are we going to do other than to support him? And we are giving him his support so that he won't have any excuses why the team didn't do well at the World Cup.
All right. Thank you very much, Isabella. Thank you very much. I know we're still talking about Randy. I'm still talking about Randy Waldrum. He came out 2 weeks ago. I don't know whether to use the word accusing. Yes, he came out 2 weeks ago, blowing very hot. The man be there, as in the hotness, no be here. The man was like, Randy. He said,
Can you hear me,
the
Toro?
NFL. Yes, can you hear
Can
me?
you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Oh my goodness! Don't
Can
tell
you
me the
hear
next.
me?
Very well, very well, very well. Are you there? Hello, Bella. Isabella, are you there? Okay. Yeah, I think this is Anekoma as well. Makari says Isabella is speaking fact. Oh, Shay, thank you very much for joining us, Makari. I see your comments. Thank you for the support. Thank you very, very much. Okay, yes, in case you're just joining us, yes, we'll be wrapping up pretty soon because the network has been really, really, really interesting. Yes, so once it starts raining like this, we'll start looking for how to sort out our internet connections and all that. I hope it won't be like this next time. I really hope it won't be like it won't be this way next time we want to talk about this. Yes, the Super Falcons will be in action. Yes, in a few days' time, just 5 days from now, the FIFA Women's World Cup. Yes, will be on the way. It will be hosted by Australia and New Zealand, and of course, the Super Falcons of Nigeria will be host. They will be playing in the same team with one of the hosts. Sorry, same group with one of the hosts. Talking about Australia. Yes, they will be there and they will play the likes of Canada as well, who are the Olympic champions, and as well as the Republic of Ireland. Yeah, so we've been talking about the Super Falcons so far. We've looked at the possibilities, whether they are mentally ready or not physically ready. Are the Super Falcons distracted with all that's been happening around them? Are they well prepared? Are they prepared well enough for this tournament? Duan says, I don't know why I keep saying this. Duan says that yes, the NFL really supported the Super Falcons. They gave them everything necessary to prepare for this
Of
competition.
course.
However, her complaint
Yes.
is with the coach because she feels the coach, even till now, still doesn't know how to use these players. And he keeps playing them out of position. And she says her greatest fear is if he ends up playing these players out of position when we get to the World Cup. Are we going to be, are we do we have to worry? Should we start, panicking even before the tournament? Because it's one thing for you to take a player that has been playing a point nine all her life and then just tell her you have to play for, be an attacking midfielder, be playing from the flanks. That's, I mean, within such a
Mm.
short time, and you want the player to do magic. I don't think this is the time to start, switching up players and expecting them to do more. This is not the time to start doing that. They are not playing week in, week out. They're playing in their different clubs, and they just, came together just for
Mm.
this tournament. I don't have enough time for you to start switching up, positions and start teaching them how to play football. That's not possible. All right, Isabel. We have Mark Henry joining us. He says you are speaking facts. Still talking about Randy Waldrum,
Mm.
Isabel. Randy Waldrum actually came out to say 2 weeks ago. He says, and I quote, he said in October that every country was given $960,000 by FIFA to prepare for the World Cup. And he was asking the NFL for this money. My question is,
Mm.
How do you view this outburst? Do you think Randy Waldrum is genuinely being concerned for the team? Because he also added that some players on the team have not been paid. He himself, he said he's not been paid. Do you
Yes.
think he's genuinely being concerned for the team, or he's just trying to look for a way to cover his face? I mean, they've been fingers pointing at him that he's not the best coach, he's not even the coach that I suppose he's not good enough to take the Super Falcons to the World Cup. With that outburst, do you think he was genuinely being concerned about the team, or you think he was trying to just save face?
Well, he's actually concerned. He did two things there. First, he's actually concerned about the players because the players have to be happy for them to be able to do well in the World Cup. When you have unhappy players, how do you want them to go inside the field and give their hearts out representing Nigeria? It doesn't work that way. So what he asks is valid questions. That I mentioned it earlier that FIFA does not give you room to have excuses why you didn't do well in the World Cup. They have sponsors and they bring out this money to make sure that every team that comes to the World Cup is mentally and physically and financially ready for the Mondial. Because it's not easy for you to leave your country, Nigeria, and fly all the way to Australia. That's a very long trip on air. It's a very long trip on air, and it's not something that people just wake up one day and decide to do, if not that they've planned to do that. So right now, what he asks are valid questions. Where is this $960,000 that FIFA gave for this preparation? Where did that money go to? Because well, the NFF may reply them may reply him by saying that all the friendlies that they've been going to, that is part of it, that is part of the money that they are going for using for those friendlies. And then you come up, but they are being owed some bonuses according to Randy Wardrum, that which Oluehi, the goalkeeper, Tochukwu Oluehi, even mentioned, and she was sidelined. She was asked that she will only be reincorporated into the team if she can apologize, and I think that's what she did, and that's why she's with the team. Yes, I mean Tochukwu Oluehi, because of that, she voiced out why their monies are being owed. By right, these players are not supposed to be owed money. They are in business. They are players. They are playing professionally. That is why it is a profession. Your profession is what gives you money. Your profession is what makes you who you are. So you can't be a professional footballer and you're being owed money, and maybe you're even the breadwinner of your family, and your family will be hoping that you help out one thing or the other, and you'll be giving excuses that you're being owed. And this is the World Cup year where players, if they do very well in the World Cup, when they come back, they can do some investment, buy new cars, build houses. It is the World Cup. So there are no excuses that this money isn't used the right way. So that's what I said. He did two things there. One, he's genuinely concerned about the players and also about him, but about himself, because he's part of the team. And another thing is that he's using that long old rule, which is um, attacking is the best form of defense. He's
Defense, yeah.
defending himself by attacking first, because he knows what the NFF are expecting from him. He knows maybe he's not even ready for such a big tournament, and he's using these things to to wage himself in case, if you want me to qualify you people for semi-final, look at what is happening, which shouldn't be so, because we're talking about a World Cup and you're bringing distractions to the team. You can't be the
Mm. So indirectly, you're saying he's actually causing the major distractions to the team, right? Hello, Isabel. Hello. Can you hear me? I lost you there for a bit. Quite interesting. Hello, Isabella, can you hear me?
bringing distractions to the team. The
Okay.
sole focus of
Oh, sorry about that. So sorry. We lost Isabel right there. The internet is very, very interesting this morning. But yes, it's still the Super Falcons. We're still talking about the Super Falcons and the preparation, talking about around the world drum and all that has been happening. Yes, all that surrounds Super Falcons right now. Money's issues, are they being old? Is this outburst by the coach going to affect or distract the team in any way? Is it going to distract the team in any way? Well, that's all we've been talking about this morning. And of course, how the teams are prepared so far, the group that they found themselves in. Do you think they're going to give Canada a run for their money? I mean, we have the likes of Canada, they would start the competition by playing the Olympic champions, yes, Canada first. And let's see if the coach will get it right from the get go. Yes, Joanne said earlier on that she's worried that the coach might likely play players out of position. That this is something he's been doing over time, and she really hopes that this is not going to repeat itself. Yes, the Super Falcons are on my radar this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. Yes, in case you're just joining us, we'll be wrapping up pretty soon. Don't forget, you can also drop your comments. Yes, you can drop your comments and also your contributions of what you think. Do you think the Super Falcons are ready? Do you think the team prepared well enough for the upcoming female World Cup? Yes, the upcoming Women World Cup that will be going down in Australia and New Zealand in 5 days' time. All right, yes, let me see if I can bring back Isabella Ekoma. Yes, she is waiting for me. Let me see if I can bring her back on the live stream. Hello, Isabella, you're back. Good to have you back.
Yeah, I'm here. The network is just crappy, and it's about to rain anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah,
the weather is also playing a part. Yes.
you mentioned
So
that. You
from what
mentioned.
I'm saying, from my last conversation before he went off, I said he did two things. He genuinely concerned about the players, and he's also defending himself. But we
Okay,
just hope that he remains focused, because
okay.
it's not easy to prepare for a World Cup. For me, a World Cup takes 4 years to prepare, and all
Mm-hmm.
those 4 years depends on how good you are. It's not after 4 years now you crash out at the group stage, or you can't even win a match. I mean, this is serious
Mm,
business. This is serious business. Okay, like now in Women's World Cup, only but 4 countries have been able to lift this trophy in 32 years. The World Cup
that's
started in 1999, and only just 4 countries have been able to lift the trophy. The 4 countries: USA have won it 4 times, Germany have won it twice, Norway
that.
have won it once, and then Japan has won it once. Brazil hasn't even won it. Argentina has not won it. No South American country has ever won it. No South American country has ever won it. You understand? The country, yes. So it's serious business. In over the 32 years now, no African country has even reached the quarterfinals except Nigeria. Nigeria has been the only African country that have been to the quarterfinals, and we've been to every World Cup. So we can't continue to make up the numbers. Not every year we are making up numbers. We are doing serious business here, and that's the reason why when they go there, they have to remain focused. Concentrate on what took you to Australia. If you remember the long flight that you stayed from Nigeria to London, then London to Australia, Melbourne, Australia, you know that it's not easy to stay that long and then you not bring anything fruitful. And Nigerians, we are soccer loving Nigerians. We are football loving Nigerians. We love football, and women football is not an exception, because I've been around. I've gone to interview some people, and about their feelings in this World Cup, and they're very enthusiastic about it. You'll be surprised that a football, maybe a football fan that you think that wants to concentrate only on male football knows so much about women football. Women football is coming of age. So we are doing serious business here. We want to watch good football, and all these 4 matches will be on television. So it's only logical that we go to Australia, represent Nigeria well. Even if we crash out, we don't humiliate the country. It's only
Okay.
logical that we go there for serious business and we come out tops.
All right. Talking about some of the challenges or some of the surprises, I think you notice that it's a little bit dark at my end. Yes, because of the weather. Because of the weather, it's gone a little bit dark at my end. But okay, the light is back. All right. So still talking about making numbers. Isabel, can you hear me? Hello, Isabella, can you hear me? I think I lost you there for a bit. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. So I was saying I think I lost you there for a bit. Talking about making numbers, something quite interesting. Now, FIFA actually unveiled the technical study group for the FIFA Women's World Cup that will be happening in Australia and New Zealand. And to my surprise, well, we we know we have great players, we have good ex players and all that. To my surprise, we don't have any ex Falcon player on that list. Hello, Isabella, are you there? Hello. Oh my goodness, Grace, you are very funny. Isabella, are you there? When you hear me, please kindly wave your hand. Okay, Grace John, thank you very much for joining us. And your comment is quite interesting, very, very interesting. She says, we are only going to have fun at the World Cup because I see us not crossing the group stage, but I wish them well, Sha. They want Padu Kenu on top concrete. Grace, come on. Is that fair? Is that fair? Are you trying to say that the Super Falcons are not well prepared? I mean, I don't know if, how long you've joined the conversation, how long you've been watching, because Joanne said some things, and Isabel also said that the team is actually ready. The NFL really pumped in so much. They prepared the Super Falcons for this tournament. But as it is, it's looking like we have to be more worried about the coach than the team. Going by what Joanne said earlier, that the coach is more likely to play players out of position, right, out of position, rather than helping them to settle down and then go across this. That's actually her fear. We have the players. Joanne says we have the players, but the coach is likely to play these players out of position. That is her main concern. All right, guys. Yes, in case you're just joining us, you can also drop your comment just like Grace John did. Yes, Mark Henry, thank you for joining us. Rose Orji, thank you so much for joining us as well. Williams Joe, thank you so much for being part of the conversation. And Esther Kogai, thank you so much. And we've been talking about the Super Falcons. Yes, we talk about the Super Falcons. Let me see if I can bring back Isabella to the live stream. She's trying to come back on. I guess the network is really terrible at her end. She said it was about to rain. Maybe that's why we can't get her. But yes, for you that you're watching me right now, the question is FIFA actually unveiled, yes, FIFA actually unveiled the technical study group for the FIFA Women's World Cup. And there was no ex Super Falcons player on that list. There was no ex Super Falcon player on that list at all. No ex Falcon player on that list. What do we make of this? What do we make of this? What should we make of this? Let me try and bring back Isabella to the stream. Isabel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so
I can
before
hear
we
you.
went off, yeah, before you went right off, I was asking that I was only saying telling you that FIFA actually unveiled the technical study group for the FIFA Women's World Cup, and of course, surprisingly, there was no ex Super Falcons player on that list. Now, are we truly getting it right when it comes to female football, when it comes to women's football in Nigeria? Why do you think we didn't make that list? I mean, what could be responsible for that? Are we really getting it right?
Well, we are trying, but we've not got. I was also surprised. I was also surprised because I think in France 4 years ago, I think Portugal was one of the FIFA study group or so, if I'm very correct. I mean, there's an ex player that made the list, but this time around, I don't know why we couldn't make this list. I'm quite surprised because we've reached that level where, when it comes to Africa, we are top. Of course, we are nine-time champions. None has come close. The closest has been Equatorial Guinea, which is only 2 times that they've won it. We've won it practically all the time. And then you talk about South Africa that just won it. So I was quite surprised that we didn't make that technical study group, which normally I thought we would have made that group. Group. We haven't been where we are supposed to be in women football. We started coming for this World Cup, the first one in China in 1991. That's a long time ago. We are talking about 32 years ago. That's the first time we made an appearance in the World Cup. And we've been making appearances every time. And it shouldn't just be appearances. There are things they call best finishes. We should have even been gone even to the semi-finals, even to the finals, or even taking the cup. But we've not been able to do that. We are still in the process of growing. And we can't have a 32-year-old baby. There is nothing like 32-year-old baby. And a 32-year-old is an adult. So there are
Yeah,
things we are not doing right in this country. And
exactly.
we are trying to do it right, but we are just not doing it right. There is money that FIFA pays for women developmental programs. I'm, uh, um, I'm expecting them to use this money to develop some leagues. Yes, Abia Angel should have an academy. It should have a younger an academy, but it doesn't have it. All the Premier League teams should have their own academy. They should have their younger teams that can always progress from the academy to the senior
Yeah,
category. Where we get our Super Falcons mostly is from the under 17, which is the Flamingos. And this last Flamingos did well. They were third in the world. I mean, in India, that was last year. Yet,
yeah, yeah.
some of them will progress to the under 20. Then the under 20 will progress to the senior team. We have aging. We have our players who are aging. So this time, after this World Cup, we should be able to replace these our players with the younger players. So there are some things that we should be doing so that in the next World Cup, we should be in 2027, we will have excuses. Just as I mentioned earlier, I said that the World Cup takes 4 years to prepare. It takes 4 years to prepare. You don't just start preparing for the World Cup few days to the World Cup. No, you do it. You have ample time from now. After this World Cup, now we should be preparing for the next World Cup in 2027. Maybe later this year, we should be talking about preparing, looking at the players that can replace our aging players, and that is what we call development. And FIFA is seeing all these things, but that is not the reason why none of our ex-internationals made the group this time. Maybe it's an oversight also, but I was quite surprised that they didn't make the group.
Okay.
But
All right.
answering your question, we should be more. We should have left this level that we are in women football. We should have been a force to reckon with internationally, not only in Africa. Even in Africa, some African teams are coming up. South Africa, Morocco. You talk about Zambia. They were all ahead of us in the last Nations Cup. They were all ahead of us. So there are no minnows now in women football. Women football is growing. It's growing, and that's just the truth. It's growing. Australia were the ones that defeated, although under home soil, defeated France in just I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago. They defeated France in a friendly. So no, everybody is growing up. So we shouldn't be left behind. We should be doing well also.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm going to read out Grace John's comments. She says we are only going to have fun at the World Cup because I see us not crossing
Hmm.
the group stage. But I wish them well, Sha. They want paddle canoe on top concrete. Now that brings me to my final question on this live stream this morning. Nigeria has made 9 appearances at the World Cup, right? The best they've done is come out at the quarterfinals. How far do you think this team will go in the
Now I didn't get
tournament?
your last question. I think uh, yes, the
Okay, I
best
said
is at the quarterfinals in 1999.
yes. I said the best they've done. Yes, the best they
Wow.
did get to the
If we,
quarterfinals the first time in
yeah, yes.
looking at the team
Our
right now.
best, our best
How far?
finish was in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, how
Yes.
far do you think we can go? How far do you think this team will go in this competition?
Wow. I have to be honest here. If we are going to do the right things, play the right players,
Sure,
no distractions in the
sure.
team and all that, we may qualify from the group. We may qualify from the group.
So you're not even
But
you're
if
not
the
even
forces that
you're not even
are bound,
sure they might make it out of the group. You're not even sure they might make it out of the group. That's what you're saying. You're not sure.
yes, why I'm saying that I am not sure. I am not sure. I may say that Nigeria can be able to defeat the debutants, which is the Republic
Sure.
of Ireland. But you never
Yeah.
can tell with the development in the Republic of Ireland right now. Of course, that we can be shocked in this World Cup. That is why I said let's prepare for just about anything. Let's avoid defeats, especially against Canada or Australia.
Yeah.
If we can
Okay.
beat Republic of Ireland, that will be great. They are debutants, but you never can tell what will happen in the World Cup.
Write them off.
They
Yeah.
qualify for
Sure.
the World Cup, so they will be very serious about it. It's their first experience, so they want to make it count. They want to make it count. But if we don't get our acts right, no distractions, anything that is provided for the team gets to them, no distractions, then Coach Randy Wardrum will play the players at the right positions. We will get out from this group stage. But if we don't get our acts right, of course, we are crashing out. After just the last game, we'll be heading home.
Hmm. Okay, so I have another update from Makari Ekoma. He says you're doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much, Makari. Thank you so much. And he says much about the female football. More of this live shows needs to be done before or during the World Cup. And of course, he says the Super Falcons may surprise the world like Morocco did. This is one person that has so much faith in the Super Falcons, and I know just like him, a whole lot of people out there. Yes, many Nigerians want the Super Falcons to go far. Yes, they want the Super Falcons to go
Mm.
far in Australia and New Zealand. It's just
Yes,
five
of
days.
course. Yes, of
Just five
course.
days away.
Yes,
We
of
all
course.
want that for the Super
Mm.
Falcons. I personally want the Super Falcons to go beyond, the quarterfinal mark. Yes, and of course, Mark Henry, we will be having more shows. So thank you very much. Yes, we'll be having more live shows like this. We'll be talking about the Super Falcons. Yes, we hope that they go far enough. Even not just Super Falcons, we're talking about the Female World Cup and the Women World Cup. So as it comes, as it starts in 5 days, time we'll be
Yes.
talking about it. So just keep it locked, subscribe. Don't forget to share. Invite your friends to also subscribe so that when we come live like this, yes, put on the notification button so that when we go live, you are notified and you can join the
Mm.
conversation. That's all we ask. Yes,
Mm.
for you to do. Just subscribe and also turn on your notification button. Isabel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
me.
you.
And of course, I know I took a whole lot of time. I know we would have finished it before now, but because of the internet, we've been struggling, going
Yeah,
back and forth.
the
I'm really
internet and all that. Yes,
I'm really sorry.
no
Hopefully,
problem.
our next meeting will not be this, will not be this bad. I hope it will be better. I want to
Yeah.
thank Joanne as well as Susie. Yes, they both spoke their mind just like you did. Joanne she was really waiting to spit fire. She was so upset. I'm really so sorry that she really could not join us for long. And honestly, Joanne said she was
Uh,
boiling. I can imagine if she was able to join our live stream fully. Thank you so much, Isabel. Thank you so much. And like I said, we
yeah.
join us much
Yeah.
later.
Thank you.
We do more of this as the Women World Cup
Mm,
starts in Australia and New Zealand. And of course, we'll be talking about other things as well. But just keep it locked here and trust me, we're bringing you the best of the
mm,
Women's World
mm.
Cup as it starts in 5 days' time. Thank you very much. My name remains Itoro Jimmy, and thank you so much, Isabella. It was so good to have you. Thank you, Mark Henry.
Mm.
Thank you, Grace John. Rose Audrey. Thank you. Thank you so much, Williams Joe. Thank you so much, Esther Guy.
Thank you.
And for every other person
Thank you
that
for
probably
having
joined
me.
us, drop a comment. Thank you all for watching. And until we come your way next time, it's bye bye for now.
Thank you.